Okay, take two. Hi everybody, it's Lyn from Lyn's Crafts. I'm gonna share with you today how to make a silicone mold of the skull we sculpted in the last one, in the last tutorial. I'm gonna hot glue the skull into the bottom of the cup, leaving a little bit of space around the skull, all around the skull, so that the silicone can flow all around it. Alright, we just want the skull to stick to the bottom so that it won't float in the amazing mold rubber. And I'm sorry, I already showed this in the other one, but I had to start again. Alright, the kit comes with the base and the catalyst and the measuring cups and the scoop. It's a 10-to-1 ratio. Now I've got glue strings all over me. It's a 10-to-1 ratio, and the instructions suggest a 2 ounce to 1 scoop. 1 cup is 1 ounce. So I'm going to do 1 ounce to a half a scoop. So I've already got that poured in the larger cup. Now that I measured it out, all I need to do is measure out the catalyst. Alright, so here we go. That's the mold. Don't pour it in there. Messy. Alright. Now we stir. This has got like I believe it said a 30-minute open time, a pot time, which means for up to 30 minutes you can still work with it. And once you start pouring, you want to just continue to pour in the same spot in a steady stream. And I'm sorry, I meant to mention the reason that I glued the skull down the way that I did with the jaw side down is so that after this sets up, that flat part will be where we pour our resin in. And that way you don't have to have any weird undercuts or anything because of the eyes of the skull. They should pour right in. I hope that makes sense. Alright. You can see that we've covered the top of the skull. And now all we have to do is let this set up. Alright. Alright, here it is after it's set up. It takes usually 2 to 4 hours for it to set up. Of course here it sets up pretty quick. Probably a little closer to the 2 hours. I'm just going to cut the cup away. Alright, that was fairly ridiculous, but anyway, I had to cut it down both sides. Alright, when you flip it over on the bottom, you'll see the bottom of the skull. And you're just going to break away, loosen the skull up, and then You're going to have to work to get it out the first time. The other one was longer and skinnier, and it was a little easier. I'll come back. Alright, now that I've got it out, looks like a good pour. Alright, I'll be back in a minute and we'll fill it full of resin. Alright, I've got a little bit of, I've got equal parts of the amazing clear cast, part A and part B. Enough to fill up the skull mold. I'm going to actually stir it pretty vigorously. I'm not worried about the bubbles at all. That would just give it a cooler look, in my opinion. Alright. Just about ready to go. Alright. Just gonna pour it with the other hand so y'all can see. Let it settle for just a second and then give it just a tiny bit of a top off. Alright, you don't really want it to dome over on the bottom side, but you don't really want it to be concaved in either, so try to get it just kind of level. Alright, and then we're going to let that set for overnight. Alright. Alright, here it is. I know that it's difficult to see all the details right now, but we'll antique it and stuff to bring that out in the next video. And here's the first one that I did as well. As you can see, you can do them in all kinds of colors. And one of the things I should have said is to brush your mold with some of this Alumilite rubber to rubber mold release. And that'll help it to remove easier. Alright. As always, read, follow, and understand all the safety instructions that come with your packaging. And I shall holler at y'all later. Bye now.